Welcome back to my channel, guys. This is Charles and Charles yet again with my friend of many years now by the name of
Alex.
Alex.
Many years? That was like 2 years.
Don't fuck
It's
with
been
it.
2 years.
We have been friends for longer than 2 years. It's been 2 years since we worked together, but we've been friends since 2015, 16. It's clearly 2020.
2020.
Anyway, so we're on here because we're bored and we don't really have anything specific to talk about.
And we are obviously quarantined in this empty room.
Yeah, we're in quarantine right now because
Hey, my face looks so big.
not really. It looks kind of like chiseled, like. But anyway, so we're quarantined and well, not really because it clearly says 6 feet and real.
Well, actually, we are 6 feet. You just had to edit it. It would look
Like, wait.
So we are actually.
Now we're kind of 6 feet. But no, he's not coughing anymore. And
Oh, that's nice, sure.
Don't touch me. Did you wash your hand? No, stop playing seriously because it's serious. So guys, just a side note, quarantine yourself, be safe, like wash your hands, and yeah, like if you're having symptoms, again, I said this in my last video on a serious note, if you're having any symptoms or anything like that, make sure you quarantine yourself at least 14 days. Go seek out help. There is like treatment and stuff out there for people who have symptoms, and wash your hands and don't touch people. And like just try not to go out. Stay in the house. Mm-hmm. He came out anyway because he needed to get glammed up, like show everybody, like boom, boom, boom. So he got his hair cut. He's looking nice. He was like, okay, let's do a video. So
Not because of that.
and I'm
Like,
like,
you are paying me
I don't.
good money to do this shit, so.
Yeah, when my
I'm
views
off work, so I have to get some money.
when my views and subscribers go up, then I'll slide you a check. Until then, we got some work to do. So yeah,
I think I saw somebody, like, they were, like, being pushed. Yeah, they pushed that person.
push them where?
They pushed her.
To the ground.
They pushed her because she didn't do, like, the 6 feet. They just pushed her. I think she was, like, an older lady. Yeah.
What neighborhood was that? So I don't take my mom? Because I've been in jail.
I think this was, like, I don't know, the West Side, I think.
A lie. You saying that because you know I live out west. I don't even live out west no more. We don't do stuff like that. We don't push people. I'm lying because I got pushed myself.
One thing we have to say, like, thank you to our ex-coworkers, the TSA that work at O'Hare.
Yeah, thank you guys for continuing to work and be vigilant and be subjected to coronavirus daily, potentially. Especially those TSA workers who work in Midway who had the issues with their air traffic people. Mm-hmm. And anybody in general that just works with the public on a daily basis.
I've heard a lot of police officers are coming out positive.
I have a friend my police officer friend, you know. Mm-hmm. Someone got sick in his department, in his region. So, like, even the police officers, the doctors, nurses.
What? I was putting my can of pop over there. Well, sparkling water.
Okay. To the imaginary table that's there. But, yeah, just be careful, guys. Seriously. Like, do stuff like this. Have fun. Try to, like, occupy your time and, I don't know, play Uno. Do something because you're not supposed to be out and about. You're not. And the more you guys go out and just try to party and do
I think play Monopoly, if anything. Because that's when you'll find out who is the most greedy person in your family.
Well, in the black family, Monopoly causes fights.
Well, that's exactly what you need to.
So I wouldn't be quick to tell everybody to play that, but play something. Jenga, Twister, read a book.
I can't play Twister.
Why? You're not flexible?
Liar. I am not.
That's not what someone told me.
Oh, what?
You are like a homebody in general, but
I'm a homo or
that too. But no, I said you're a homebody. So you don't really go out as much, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
no.
I don't either. I don't go out like that.
So to me, this is not a problem because I'm usually like very introvert.
But like, I'm going to the gym. I can't do the gym anymore because it's closed. We were doing like, y'all see my little gains. Like, it's literally no muscle.
There's somebody behind holding that muscle.
But no, it's just different being stuck in the house all the time. So this is why we're doing this video and trying to do something different. And plus, it's been like, what, almost a year since the last one? Probably longer.
And probably people are like, oh, shouldn't there be an improvement since it's been a year?
Right, so this janky ass video they recorded.
We're like, never prepared.
But I like this spontaneity of it though, because they don't know what we're gonna say, and neither do we. So
true.
Like,
yeah. It's like more organic and natural. You know?
Thank you. Yes, everything. Okay, so let's do like question.
Well, I know you got married.
Yeah,
How
man.
you told your fans, your 3 fans. How many are there right there? 3 fans right there.
0.
3 fans.
It take me like 2 days.
Oh wait, that's 0 because 3 gotta okay. They stopped unsubscribed.
They stopped following, stopped watching. Anyway, I did get married in September of 2019.
Last year, September 9th?
Yeah,
It feels longer.
it does.
It does.
But yeah, so my life has changed in that way. But what's your question?
So tell us, how is it being married?
Being married has changed my life in more than one way. I'm not gonna like talk too long. Who is that?
That's not my phone.
It's definitely you, cause mine is
Oh wait, that's your phone.
recording. So
Oh, okay.
oh, okay.
Let's put that on silent.
Okay, we can talk about that later. Until I get to ask my question. But anyway, so marriage life is different and it's making me learn a lot about myself. I felt like I found my life partner, and that's good. And like just adapting to married life and growing and trying to stay happy and all of that good stuff. It's fun. It's different.
I bet it's different. I mean,
It is.
I mean, that's pretty much a big step. But I mean,
Going from like bachelor to all the way married and fully committed.
Okay.
I was completely a bachelor before that. So it's different, but it's enjoyable and it's a learning experience. So love is fun.
Okay. Well, don't ask me about marriage because
Okay,
I don't
so
believe in marriage.
ooh.
I mean, I'm not bitter like that, but I just don't believe in it. At least it's not for me.
Okay, do you believe in relationships?
I do, but I don't believe like marriage or anything like that where like...
So if you got in a relationship with this guy and he was like, you thought he was like everything, he thought you was everything. And he was like, okay, on one knee I want to marry you.
I would probably most likely say nope.
Oh.
But it's not like that where...
Go ahead, I'm listening.
It's not like that where like, I would say no, it's just... And besides, I would put that first thing on the table like, hey, I don't want to get married. We could move in, but I don't believe that we have to get married,
Why?
Huh?
You just don't believe in like soulmates?
I mean, if we're talking about like this person having tons of money, then yeah, we get married so I could be on as well. But other than that,
Cha-ching. Y'all heard it. Right
no,
here.
I just don't believe in marriage.
No, I mean, there's a lot of people out there, it's just not for them. They feel like claustrophobic, and it's like, some people just think it's an unnecessary title, and an unnecessary step is just putting pressure on things, and it's just not for everybody. But the older you get, the longer you're with the person, you never know how you will feel in the future. So don't fully count it out, because you might meet that one guy that changes your mind completely. Since you don't believe in marriage, are you looking for a relationship at all?
Right now, Not
Or would
that
you
I'm
be
looking-
opposed to it?
I mean, I'm open, but I'm not looking for one where, hey, you know, that's my priority right now. But I mean, no, it's coming up.
I remember those days vividly.
Huh?
But no, your turn. Question.
You?
I just asked you.
Wait, you there?
Yeah.
How do you feel being away from your mom, who you pretty much lived with for quite some time? I mean, how does that feel like?
I love it, to say the least.
Yeah.
Like, I love being away. I got that experience when I was in college, and I stayed away for school for a couple years, and then went back to my mom. But now that I'm married and on my own and doing my thing, it's just a whole nother level of independence and freedom. So it's nice. But I see her like every week, so it's not that much different. But it does feel good to like not be. My goal was to not turn 30 and still be with my mom, so I accomplished that. So there we go. How are you not being with your parents? Because, you know, with them doing that.
I love it. At times I forget I have parents.
That's interesting. That sounded kind of bad.
No,
but
I'm
no.
kidding. No, I mean, it's not that I forget. It's just I feel I'm in a position where, you know, I really like it because I really, really need it. I feel like me being the youngest, I know they gravitate towards me because I think I'm more reliable.
Responsible, probably.
And it just, at the same time, I feel like it's very suffocating because, I mean, there's times where I just want me time. And, I mean, I know that them being away, they're not being away because I don't want to take care of them. They're like, you know, they're at the point where like they just want to relax and just they're on retirement and they just want to enjoy their time. You know?
Yeah, I don't want to say that, but their retired life. I felt the same way about my mom. Like, she's been taking care of us since forever, literally. She had my first sister when she was like 16. So she's been taking care of us all her life. And it's like at some point I know she just wants to have her own space and do her own thing and not have to worry about her children. And so it's liberating in that way to just be away from her and give her that freedom and that space to just do whatever. And she's retired now, so she should be enjoying her life more so now than worrying about us. So anyway, so you know I'm done with my orthodontics and I'm doing my Invisalign, which everybody's used to me doing videos about that. What do you think about the results? I started getting my teeth straightened because like his smile, like go ahead and show them. It's like really good, and I was just like,
but you had Invisalign, I had the regular metal
braces. Yeah, go close so they can see. Like, you can still have really good results with both. He had braces, I had Invisalign. Maybe that's another video we should do, like how braces versus Invisalign. Like,
how long did you have yours for?
I was in trays for actually like a year and like maybe 3-4 months. Like 14.
I was at the same, because I started in March, and I want to say it finished around June. So yeah, it was like a year and good 4 months.
Yeah, so, and mine seemed like was longer, but I had those breaks in between where I had to wait for the trays to ship back, and it took like a month in between each set. So, but they were really good results, as you guys can see, and if you want to, I'll link my previous like Invisalign stuff below this so y'all can see. But it was a really good journey, and this guy, you know, he encouraged me to do it because his smile was always like perfect, and I'm like, I want a perfect smile too. So yeah, like now we're like both like cheesing, grinning teeth, everything. Now it's like weight loss and clear skin, haircuts, and sexiness.
And what?
Sexiness.
Oh, I thought you said sex. I'm like,
we're not gonna talk about that. Oh, this video.
We're like tumbleweed.
Right. Stop.
You need to cut that part out.
Maybe. Okay, next question. Let's talk about like gay culture. We never talk about that. Like the going to the clubs and bars. Like we live in Chicago and like we're known for like Boys Town, which is like this little concentrated area where all of the LGBT community go and like just club and party and drink and have fun. Like, what is your perspective of Boys Town? Like, what do you think?
My perspective? I don't know. It just changed so much.
How so?
Where I just, just the whole. I feel like there's this whole new gay men coming out,
Right,
and just being more where I don't know, drugs,
party. That's what they call it, right? Party.
I mean, I guess there's always like drugs and sex. I mean, what is it called?
Promiscuity, yeah.
But I don't know. I think now it's more like that plus like superficial and where it just feels more divided.
Really, like cliquish almost.
Yeah, like
high school, like.
Right, exactly.
I don't really know because
I look back then. It's like when I started going, it seemed more like people were just out there like have fun and they didn't care and who you were, what were you wearing, what title you had, and your profession or anything. And now it feels like that you have to meet that certain to be part of
being gay just in general is like really, really high maintenance. You gotta always look perfect. Your hair has to be slaying, your eyebrows and your teeth and your bank account and your collar and your belt and your shoes. Like being a gay person is just like
I mean
everything is judged.
I mean, as a person, I believe that you do have to have a certain self-care.
Of course, just any
but
person.
I feel like in the gay community, they expect too much. Like it's just more.
It's almost fake. Like you're putting on a performance. Like because a lot of these people come out here and they put on all this fancy stuff.
I think there's no. It's hard to find someone humble. That's what it is. The reason why I tried to cut out because my boo took out.
Stop. You're fine. But no, like it is. It's a lot of pressure, and I don't live like that. Like I dress how I want to dress. I walk and talk how I want to talk, and I want a person that likes me for me, and like that doesn't care about all of the shenanigans. It's just like, why put on all of this big show to like present yourself in a way or prove yourself to the community when you know that this is not the way you live on a day-to-day basis?
And you know what? Everybody that majority of the people that are like that, they start to grow out of it. Like they just some don't. Like they're stuck in that phase where like, okay, well, you have to smell expensive, and then you have to wear expensive, and you have to look expensive, and people start to grow out of it. But majority, you'll see people who are 40, 50, and they're still in that phase.
And like I don't know, like for me with Boys Town in particular, I never, I was like in the closet for ages. It's literally about to be 2 years that I've been out. No, it just made 2 years in January. And so I never was really going to boys club every weekend and doing a lot of the gay scenes. I just wasn't doing it. And even since I've come out, I've gone and experienced it, but I don't go every weekend and I'm not out there, trying to just be super like high and gay. Like that's just never been me. But the times that I have experienced Boys Town, it's just like a lot of drinking, a lot of drugs, and it's just like, are you depressed? Like, are you dealing with something at home? Like, it doesn't seem healthy to me. Right. So, like, it's okay to go out and have fun and drink and, the camaraderie of being with friends. But
not just that, but you'll have those that live at the bar.
Exactly.
Like, they live like,
they get paid
like
and they're like
Tuesdays right, like Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Not just when they get paid over the weekend, but some of them like, because they have karaoke on Monday or they have dollar drinks on Tuesday.
Boys
I mean,
Town
they
is
have to be every single day of the week out at the bar, like,
It's exhausting. And it's like
That's
so
expensive.
much more, exactly. And there's so much more you could be doing, like productive wise. There's so many.
And then it makes you think like situations like these, where you're in a situation like this, you left your money behind a bar, and now you're in a situation like this where you should have had an emergency fund.
Yeah.
It's like things like that. But some people like it and they lift it.
They want to stay on the daring side of things, but that was a good example. Like Corona is teaching people like this virus is not a joke, and people are running out of just basic needs. And if you don't have money because you're living in Boys Town every day, like spending every penny you have on a drink, it's like it's time to reevaluate.
I do spend a lot of money in food though.
But food in general is expensive. Just regular food at the grocery store.
I gotta say, I think ever since this started, I started saving money because I went to the grocery store, I grabbed whatever I was gonna eat, and I've been cooking and things like that. So I've been saving because on average, I think it was like $100 a week. I'm not kidding, $100, if so. $100 because they used to.
And like fast food and stuff, it adds up. It adds up. The delivery and all that stuff, it adds up. So yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm on the weight loss trail, because it prevents me from like buying that stuff. But I still spend money on food. When I go to the grocery store, every 2 weeks I can spend up to 100 to 200 depending on what I buy. So I'm still spending the money, but it's just stretching longer and it's healthier. So I guess I'm still better. But you win some, you lose some. You're getting old.
I know.
You're like close to like your mid-30s. How does it feel?
33. How does it feel? You know what? To me, it's just
you don't look it. You don't look it, so that's great. You do not look that old.
I'm going to be 33.
Yeah, it's because I'm turning 30.
33, so. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I even forget my age lately.
You've been feeling your age.
I know. Way before I used to feel way older. So that's I still feel older. But what I'm saying is like how before you used to be excited about
birthdays.
Oh, I'm gonna be 21 or 23. I think the last time I stopped caring about how old I was gonna be was when I was like around 28, 29. That's when it started and once I hit 30, I started forgetting. I would have to do the math. Literally, I would have to do the math. I'm 30, 31, 32.
Yeah, because you were just like, I'm turning.
I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna go back.
I don't know. For me, I don't really feel, and part of it is because of the weight loss and just going through that and feeling healthier. But even when I was at my biggest, I still didn't feel old, I guess. I always have energy and stuff, and I don't know, I just don't feel like I'm about to be 30.
I've always had a very low energy though.
And some people get really anxious and have a lot of anxiety about 30 and 35 and 40.
Oh really?
45. And I'm just why? Other than the fact that they're gonna start wrinkling, I wrinkle because I'm really expressive with my face. So I wrinkle anyway. So it's
Botox?
No.
Why not?
I can't afford it.
It's not even that expensive.
And I don't think it's healthy. Putting that artificial stuff in your face or anywhere in your body.
Who said? It's actually good because you slow the process.
But why do you want to slow it? You're gonna get older.
Yeah, but if I can slow it the most I can, why wouldn't I? And it's only 150.
But it slows down the aging of your skin.
It just slows the process. I don't know how it works, but I was told it slows the process.
I'm just really.
I mean, you're not gonna put extreme where you're gonna be ugh. I'm crying.
You can't have any expression because your face is all.
It's just very subtle where you look more you're your skin is being very I don't know, good to you, where you're not aging. But
Well, if God want me to look 60 at 50, then I'm just gonna have to look 60 at 50 because I can't. Like, I'm really scared about injecting stuff into me. Seriously.
well, you're not gonna do it, but a professional's gonna do
Or
it.
even letting them. It's just like.
I mean, you're not gonna go to someone's basement either.
Of course not, but it's just like, I don't know, maybe let me get like a little more ugly, then I'll think about it. Because.
Yeah, I know someone really good.
And it probably could just be lack of education. Like, I don't really know much about it. I just know that it's artificial.
Well, it's time for you to start like looking into it.
You think so?
I mean, not that you need it, I don't mean it like that, but start looking into it so that way you know what it is.
Yeah,
You know, wrap that up. But yeah,
we don't want to talk about it all the time, and I'm just like,
but you guys don't need it though,
exactly.
especially him. Like,
But he thinks he does, and it's just like, you don't need that stuff. To me,
like he doesn't need it. I don't think he does.
but he thinks he does, so I'm just like, okay.
I mean, he just looks like tired, but he doesn't look like wrinkled or anything like that. He just look tired.
But he works a lot, so
That's what I'm saying. He
it's,
just looks tired.
it's
It's
exhaustion.
not that he just needs a little facial and fresh his face, and that's it. But it's not like he's wrinkled because
Exactly.
he doesn't look his age. I never thought he was.
Exactly. I didn't think he was as old as he is. So my husband's 40. He'll be 41 in like a week. And he doesn't look it at all. So I didn't even know he was that old. Like, I was like, what? When he told me how old he was. So, I don't know. I
I
think
guess
this
it's
is just
true.
on-
You like daddy.
I have always liked them a little older. That's because these boys that was like younger than me and my age, they weren't ready. Seriously. That's another thing.
But they expect too much. We're like, they expect you to take
Take care of them, exactly.
Take care of them, like not just, but like financially. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, I work my ass off.
Exactly.
You should too, and you know.
And it's funny because even with Juan, like when we're doing different things, and he's his age, I'm 29, and I'm always just like, well, you don't have to buy me this or buy me that. And he's the same way. Like we're used to being independent men, even though we're married now, we're together. We're used to doing things on our own, so like we have to like say, like allow each other.
And you know,
to
like I have to say, like I used to be that person where like I have to say, I used to be that, you know, I used to be like when I was like 22, 23, I had that mentality where I wanted to be with someone who already had everything, and all I just had to do was install myself, and you know,
Right.
like house was already up, and this person had everything. But I think that with time, it's like I said, you know, some people do fall out of that phase, and now, but I think it came to with a kind of like a consequence or something, because now I feel like everything that I've achieved at this point, I've become more comfortable being by myself, that now it's harder for me to actually be in a relationship or see something in someone, because I feel like
you're gonna get that person that you were.
no.
Used to be, or
Like I just feel like, oh, I don't need anybody.
Yeah.
You know,
So
I need to, you know, stop thinking like that. But yeah.
And the thing is, well, people, I'm glad you said that, because that's also a conversation that me and Juan has, because he's very independent, and this whole marriage thing and just being in a relationship period is really new for him. So it's getting him to, and a lot of people like him to understand that it's not necessarily that you need someone, but it's just when you're in a relationship with someone, especially a marriage, it's about just knowing that you have that person that is your support system no matter what. Like, it's not that I want to come and pay for this meal and I want to, you know, do this and do that and monitor this and monitor that. It's just that I want to be there and support you. And I'm the same way. I'm very independent. Like, I took care of myself before him, and I don't expect to do anything different now that I'm with him. But just having that person to fall back on if the situation occurs and I need it, it does feel good, and it's nice to have that. So I don't discourage people from dating and seeing what's out there, but don't look for someone to raise you. Don't look for someone to take care of you, because that's not their responsibility. What should be the focus is the connection, loving that person, and just having good energy and good vibes.
That vibe.
Exactly. Being with somebody that's gonna help you grow. And even since I've been with him, I've started doing another job. I've lost his weight. I've done a lot of different things since being with him and just being encouraged by his energy. So that's what's more important versus looking for someone to like pay all your bills. Like, come on.
Yeah, someone that's gonna make you
Elevate.
be a better person. You know, instead of making you be, you know,
Complacent and just like stuck.
just right, like, you know, making you take steps back and not forward.
Exactly.
You know, forward, not backwards. So,
There you go.
yeah.
So, yeah.
But I've had so many, I guess,
Questionable experience.
like goals that I've like, you know, I've been thinking about like, I was thinking about opening my own business, but I'm not sure. I mean,
It's a lot of work.
but definitely, my next goal next year is to buy a house.
Same.
That's definitely like, you know,
Same.
I hate renting.
Yeah.
You know, I want to
Especially in
put
Chicago,
my
since
music
it's-
on blast, and you know, I have to be conscientious about my neighbors and everything. I'm just like,
And you want to invest into yourself.
I think that's why I'm going deaf, because I'm always listening to my music on my headphones,
Yeah.
and I like loud music.
Yeah. me
So
too.
one of these days I won't be able to hear. But yeah, but that's my
That's a goal of mine too. I want to have my own house next year, and you know, just investing into myself. Paying the rent to someone else to just like abide by their rules is no fun. It's like I want my own stuff and to be.
one thing I started doing was I just bought some stocks.
I was just looking into
I
that literally like 2-3 days ago.
I bought some stocks, so I've been learning, like, you know, reading articles and like watching videos and like, you know, getting some research and like, you know, getting like little details from here and there and trying to like, you know, understand this stuff. I'm not saying that I want to invest, you know, or I want to be rich or anything, but it's nice to know that I don't want my money that I have saved up to just sit there. Like, I wanted to
make money,
make money off of it.
And that makes sense. Like, I literally just had a conversation with the old friend from like elementary school like 3 days ago about stocks and bonds investments. And it's worth it. Like, I'm really thinking about doing it. You have to monitor the market, the stock market, and making sure that you're investing in the proper things.
Right.
But it's definitely worth it, and there's nothing wrong with making more money. If your money makes you rich, then you invest into a great stock, and congratulations to you. Like, that's amazing. And so that's what I'm talking about. Like, financial growth, mental growth.
One thing that I was looking at was
maturity.
if I would have known then what I know now. I mean, this was like back in '97. I was looking into, I think it was like back in when Amazon stocks were like what, like $10 or something. Right now they're like $1,900. So if you would have invested then a good amount, like right now you're
same
you
with
would have
Uber
like
and stuff
200.
like that. Yeah.
Like on average, you would have like 200,000 probably. Well, I mean that's what I read. So
Yeah.
I'm not.
But
Like I said, I'm not a pro, but
hindsight is always 20/20, and that's life in general. Like, that's why, like, when you start having kids and you start like leaving your mark, you always want to try to invest your education and your knowledge into people to help them make better choices than what you made. And that's the goal. Like, anything I learn, I'm always willing to pass that information on, so that the person behind me doesn't have to make the same mistakes I did. So that's what's up. That's dope. And if you have any other information about that, like, give it to me.
okay.
Seriously.
I would definitely tell you to get a
I
life
can
insurance.
post some stuff on here for the
Get a
description.
life insurance.
Oh, definitely already have that.
Okay.
So,
You know, because a lot of people like rather have insurance on their iPhone.
It's-
They would have insurance on their life.
and then when you die and your family has to bury you, they have no money. And it's like, okay, so we're just going to let your body sit in the
they're
morgue.
struggling, they're grieving, and all that stress. Like, come on, don't be selfish.
But it's an education thing. And from my culture, I'll talk about Black people in particular. We don't really talk a lot about life insurance policies.
Mexican families, we don't either.
We just don't. So, like, you see a lot of families trying to bury their family members and they have little to no money.
Like my parents, like I actually convinced them because they actually got two, what is it called, life final expense, which is just amount for the funeral. And I'm glad that I convinced them to get one each. And you know, that's just puts me like my mind to ease where like
Yeah.
I won't have to struggle because my dad's phrase was, okay, well, you just, you know, I don't care, once I'm dead, you just throw me in a river. But come on, I mean, it's easy for him to say, but I'm not gonna do that.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
and that's what I would.
And it's tough, like funeral, and then they'll tell you like it's not cheap to bury someone. It can be, but most cases it's not. And imagine as time goes on and years go by, it's gonna be more and more and more expensive.
Yeah.
So good stuff, Howard.
All right. Well, I guess that's it.
I think it is. We've been talking for like
40 minutes.
So.
Yeah, my back's hurting.
Your butt hurt.
We need some good chairs.
I know, right? This was a nice little setup, though. Like, I like it. The lighting is good. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell us how you like his haircut, how you like my new teeth.
They can't even see my haircut.
Like, just do a little profile. And it's nice, guys. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and see you guys.
Remember, don't shake hands, elbows.
There you go. See you guys next time.